Something this simple should not taste this good. Really simple vegan mozzarella cheese. I've made a million different kinds of cheese sauces, cheese this, cheese that. This is by far the best one I've made, and it kind of happened by accident. So I put the recipe down, but I don't know exactly how much water yet. We'll find out soon. First, half cup of cashews. That's it. I've started using the bits and pieces cashews because it's cheaper, and I never need whole raw cashews, so I just use the bits and pieces.
They're gonna get blended up anyway.
If you do not have a Vitamix or a super high-speed blender like this one, I advise either boiling them for 10 minutes or soaking them for like 8 hours. Okay, what's next?
Garlic powder.
Now, cashews have a little bit of a sweet flavor, and that's one of the things that's good about them in this, but it also can be too much. So I like a little bit of garlic powder.
Half a teaspoon.
Yeah, I'm gonna eyeball that one. I usually do just like a pinch, something like that. Just enough to offset it without really adding much flavor to it. Because believe it or not, mozzarella cheese doesn't have garlic in it. Who knew?
I did.
I knew too.
1 teaspoon of salt.
Okay. Same for the salt. I'm just gonna kind of eyeball that, a couple good pinches.
Now salt, I feel, is important in this particular recipe for flavor because cheese is salty.
Yep, it totally is.
If it doesn't have a little bit of that salt flavor to it, then it just doesn't taste right.
Okay, next.
2 teaspoons of lemon juice. Another thing that cheese tends to be is a little bit of a acid punch. Yep.
And then
this. And this might be the most important part that was missing in our previous recipes. And that's
nope, I've used it many times. It was the flavor. I think it was the cashews that was different, because in some of the other cheeses I've made, I didn't use cashews. I was trying to make it even lower fat.
Oh.
I think you need that little bit of fat and a little bit from the cashews, and that's what made the difference.
So this is 3 tablespoons of tapioca starch.
Or tapioca flour, whichever way you know it by. This provides the stretch. Yeah.
This.
Yeah. And it seems like a lot because it is. You need quite a bit of it to really get that good stretch. This comes out very thick, and it works great. I used it in a stromboli just the other day.
It was fantastic.
We're going to be using this in a zucchini lasagna because somebody said we should do zucchini lasagna. And I was like, hey, you know what? I got a mozzarella cheese that I want to put in that too. Okay, here's where it gets a little dicey for me. I want to say it's a whole cup of water, but it's actually more like 1.5 cups of water. And I mean, it doesn't have to be exact. About 1.5 cups. And now put the cap on. And to help your blender a little bit, give it a shake because some stuff sticks to the top, like the bottom, which is now the top, and you don't want that. So I just like to mix that up a little bit, and now we blend.
After blending, it's always a good idea to check your mixture to make sure it blended thoroughly.
Yep, but you gotta sneak up on it because there's a little heat in here. It's just really slow. Hear that hiss? That would have been in my face and all over the place had I not snuck up on it. Okay, I'm looking.
Looking for chunks.
I don't see no chunks.
I don't see any chunks either.
Into a saucepan.
Now, at this stage, it's going to look really runny, and it should, because we're gonna cook it in just a second.
Yep, and this is where the starches come in, because the tapioca starch, when you cook it, thickens up. My least favorite part about blending things is cleaning out the blender. I dislike it. But this stuff, because of the starches, it will set up like concrete if you do not clean it out immediately. So rinse. Another trick that Derica likes to do when cleaning these things is fill it with some water, about halfway or so, a couple of drops of dish soap in there, and then run it through a cycle in the blender. It'll clean itself up. But for now, over to the stove. All right, so I'm going to turn this to about, 4.3 on our stove. That's on the smaller burner over here. And then stir. This is not the time to walk away. You do not want to let this go for too long because it will burn, foam up, make nasty things happen. You don't want that to happen. So I'm just gonna stir it. Takes about 10 minutes or so. Okay, after a couple of minutes, we should start seeing this, some thickening when you scrape the bottom. That is why you don't walk away. Just keep stirring. Blend all that in. The whole thing will start to get like that. It'll thicken up pretty quickly, but it just takes a few minutes to get started. All right, so it's starting to thicken now. You can see it looks like lumpy. That's okay, just keep stirring. And this is when I start to actually like almost whip it with the spatula, spoon, whatever you're using, to beat out some of those chunks. And it helps, I mean, I think it helps to make it have a little bit of stretch. Okay, now we're at the jiggly phase. See how it's like jello-y kind of? That is the starches doing their thing. When it starts to hold together, that's when you know you're pretty well done. So I'm gonna take this off the heat and see it back over at the cutting board. Okay, so this can be used immediately. Like when I made a stromboli the other day, I literally just started putting blobs of it right into the stromboli, or you can put it in a bowl and put it in the fridge and it'll actually firm up so that it could be kind of sliceable, and you can even freeze it and grate it into grated mozzarella cheese. But for our purposes right now, I'm just gonna get it into this bowl. So this starts to set up really, really quick, and it's already getting there. It kind of looks like pudding.
It's thick with multiple C's.
Yes. Okay.
Just trying to get a little bit.
Just gonna taste it. You ready?
Dink.
It's amazing how simple this is, but yet literally comes across, and that's just eating it plain.
Yeah.
Uses for this? Oh my God, what can't you use it for? I wanted to make cheese ravioli with it.
Yeah.
I also I used it in a stromboli as the cheese. It worked flawlessly. You can sprinkle this on pizza, like just spread it out on pizza, and it doesn't really melt super well. So you might want to put it on like at the end and then just heat it up on the pizza really quickly. But geez, anything you would use mozzarella for.
In this stage, it's like pre-melted, so it comes across to that texture that you're looking for, that nice creamy, cheesy.
We used it on seitan parmesan too.
Oh yeah,
Yep,
really
it was
good.
really good on that. So anything that you would put a cheese on top of, like if you wanted to make a sandwich with mozzarella cheese in it, you can spread this on the bread. It's so versatile and works really, really well. Storage options though. Keep it in the fridge for a week if you can let it last that long. But like I said, it will get harder and firmer, so you can like slice it to use in sandwiches or for whatever you're gonna use it for. But easiest vegan mozzarella ever. Go ahead and make this. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time on The Bistro.